Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm going to speak loud so the folks... I think I just did what Nicole did. I'm going to speak very loud so the people back in the tent back there can hear me. As you may know, yesterday I had a press conference in Boston to announce my intention to run for governor. Well, tonight here in Quincy on the shores of the Neponset River, I come to make it official. I do not enter this race to run against any individual or party, but instead run for an ideal. One where Massachusetts becomes vibrant again, where jobs grow and the economy rebounds, where taxes are cut both to keep the state competitive and to lessen the burden on the middle class, where labor and business find common ground and unite to solve our economic crisis, and where for-profit and not-for-profit entities work with government to help solve vexing social problems, and where we once and for all end the debate about whether big government or small government is the answer, and instead put all of our energies together to make sure that the government we have works. There is a great deal of cynicism directed towards government today, and much of it is earned, based on the broken promises of past administrations and an unwillingness or failure to change the culture of politics on Beacon Hill. I'm running to defeat that sense of helplessness and hopelessness that people feel today towards their elected government. I've spent the last 20 years of my life trying to solve the problems at all three levels of government. First locally here in Quincy, at Norfolk County, and for the last 7 years at the state of Massachusetts. And no matter how difficult the challenges were, I worked with other elected officials and the private sector to help solve them. In the city that I call home here in Quincy, I worked for 15 years with my colleagues in government to bring about economic development to an older, former industrialized city and help to transform it into an economically vibrant community producing jobs in a new service-based economy. All that's good, and I'm very proud of it all, but this election is not about the past. It's about the future. And right now our state is going in the wrong direction, and as governor, I promise to change that. From my experience, I know already that the state collects plenty of tax money to meet its needs, but I believe that the way to turn Massachusetts around is to lower taxes and create a more business-friendly state. We need to reward businesses for creating jobs rather than punish them with higher costs. As the product of a middle-class family, I understand what it is like to have to sacrifice and make tough decisions. I will always, as governor, have the interests of the middle class at heart, because that's where I go home every single night. Tina and the girls here in the city of Quincy. I come home to a middle-class community. I'm unenrolled as a Democrat, and we're running for governor as an independent. Many political insiders from both parties say that it is impossible for someone to win a race for governor of Massachusetts from neither party because it's never been done before. To them I say something is impossible only until it's accomplished. Some have said that only a Democrat can be sympathetic to working people, or that only a Republican can lower taxes on businesses. To them I say neither party has a monopoly on good ideas. And last but not least, some on the left and some on the right have said that because I stand in the center, I have no core convictions. Well, I say to them, come to Quincy and see my core convictions. Live my life, and that's what I'll bring to Beacon Hill with. Tell them to come here, because for the next 14 or 15 months, we're going to create something special. We're going to work hard, we're going to sweat, we're going to bleed a little bit, we're going to take a lot of hits, but most of all, just like in 2002, nobody's going to believe we can do it. And there's nothing better than showing people what you can do when they don't believe you. So I intend, as I did 28 years ago, to secure that bridge, as we just did tonight, to secure that bridge. And that bridge, I don't want to have to remind you, but that bridge leads to Boston.